Here we are again, folks. I'm Big Mac Davis, and this is the Plutonia experiment walkthrough on the ultra-violence difficulty for the PC, played through ZDoom. This is Map 2, Well of Souls. Alright, so when you flip the switch in the water, it will lower down the water, but turn right from the switch because there are two holes in the wall with chain gunners in them, so take care of them all. That can be kind of dangerous if you're not prepared for them. Now for this imp area, I used the traditional regular shotgun because ammo is a bit tight in this map, though it's not that bad. I got plenty of shotgun shells enough as it is, so it's not that bad. This door will come through on the other side. You'll see how we do it. We'll just head down this passageway. Now from here, you can snipe off the chain gunner behind there, and you don't have to deal with him later on, which is kind of cool. Grab the shotgun ammo, and now we head into this area where there are a lot of switches. These switches will activate certain traps, but some switches are duds. They won't do anything. Like this switch. It does nothing. But this switch, yeah, it will open up two chain gunners behind you, so be careful of that. Pretty nasty trap if you're unprepared for it. This switch also does nothing, but this switch will lower down this wall with Hell Knights behind it and lower down that wall with Spectres behind it. I like to get into this section and snipe all the enemies off from here. If the Hell Knights decide to come out. Sometimes they do get stuck in their room. But now that I have the Spectres dead, I don't have to worry about getting sandwiched between them, because that's never a good thing. You know, Hell Knights in front of you, and then Spectres behind you. Pretty neat trap. Yeah, 4 Hell Knights. Do whatever you have to do to handle this section. Kinda tough. Anyway, from where the Spectres came from, there's some health packs. And then where the Hell Knights came from, there's the yellow door, but we don't have the yellow key. Next switch. It will just lower this, revealing a cage. You can snipe off a shotgunner from here, and there's the red key taunting us, but we can't grab it yet. Next switch. There are 3 chain gunners, and they are dispersed around that room that opens up. Kinda dangerous because of their, you know, them being spread out like that. Anyway, this switch is also a dud. It does nothing. But this switch, Lost Souls. Remember those dud switches that did nothing? Well, now they've all opened up with Lost Souls behind them. So it's our job now to go around and clean up the Lost Souls that opened up. So think of those dud switches as not really being duds, but more like Lost Soul holders. But thankfully, if you can establish a foothold like what I'm doing, the Lost Souls can only come from one direction. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, the Lost Souls will all come from the little holes. Like here, that's a hole, that's a hole. Holes everywhere, you know? There's a hole there, there's a hole there. We might as well take care of these imps behind the cage. Wow, I took care of them all there. How cool is that? Anyway, now we'll go back and flip the final switch in this hallway, but it's the most dangerous. Because it will lower the floor there. Just run past the gunners, run up the stairs, keep running, don't stop running. Because if you do, you'll get squashed by the crushing ceilings that will activate when you walk up the stairs. Yeah, so just keep running until you get to where these demons are. Alright, now for something that we haven't seen yet in all of Doom. A Revenant way up top, meaning you have to traverse up the stairs to dispose of him. Way to go, Casali brothers. That's a pretty nasty area, but kind of cool how you have to invent that strategy. Anyway, this area, there are 3 Revenants to the right. And you kind of have to peekaboo shoot them, just by going back and forth and shooting at them until they all die. But it's not that difficult if you can hop. Wow! Okay, I didn't know a Revenant rocket could really do that. That's interesting, how a Revenant rocket has that much turning degrees. Whatever, I guess they do. The yellow key is across the bridge, and turn left, see that switch down there. Fall down, grab the box of bullets, then flip the switch which will lower down the bridge, allowing you to cross to the other side. We'll fall down this hole. There's a teleporter, which will take you to the other side of this area. There's the chain gunner we sniped earlier. We didn't have to deal with him. And 69% health is always nice to have. Anyway, yeah, we came through that door with the imps, just like I said we would. We'll grab that medikit. So now we'll come back to this area with the switches. We're going to go back down to where those gunners were. They all should be dead, by the way, because they all tried to follow you up the crushing ceiling hallway, and they all ended up dying. That's kind of cool, including a Baron of Hell. Yeah, a Baron of Hell was also in this room, but he got squashed as well. Flip the yellow switch, take the teleporter, and this will open up the yellow door that we had to skip. So now we can grab the red key freely. Now we'll go back to those imps behind that cage right here, then turn around and go up these stairs. Now this next part is very tricky. Have your rocket launcher ready. As soon as you step out, the wall behind you will close, prohibiting you from escaping or from hiding. Shoot that control panel, which will allow you to see where the invisible bridge is. Yeah, there's an invisible bridge there. But shooting that control panel will... kind of hard to talk and fight at the same time. Which will raise up... You see those posts there on the bridge? On the invisible bridge? That tells you where the bridge is. So it will raise up those posts. This is pretty tricky, I will admit. 4 cacodemons, 2 revenants, all in a wide open area. That can be considered a bit unfair, so, you know, I don't know. I guess it is unfair. If you end up falling off the bridge, there are teleporters on both sides that will take you back up. But the floor is damaging, so be careful of that. Flip the red switch, which will open up this door. Flip this switch, it will immediately take you up top. Okay. Chain gunner in the floor, but thankfully I managed to kill him. Okay then. Whatever, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Lots of health bonuses down below. That's weird. Why is that chain gunner in the floor? He's never down there. Oh well, we're done with this map, so you know what? Let's just get out of here through the exit teleporter. And that is Well of Souls. The first half of this map is just a bunch of traps. But if you know what each switch does that opens up the traps, it's not that bad. This map, though, overall is pretty difficult. The last switch that you flip, which will lower down the floor, with all those gunners, you just want to tuck your tail between your ass and get the hell out of there. You do not want to stay in that room and fight. I suppose you could, though you will take heaps of damage, and that's not what you want to take in the Plutonia experiment. You do not want to take any more butt rape than you absolutely have to in this game. Aside from that, the ending is a bit overwhelming, especially if you don't have the skill to back it up. The 2 revenants on the far side of the abyss, my gosh, you have to kill them first. Not to mention that the door behind you will close, prohibiting you from ever escaping. By the way, I don't think I ever did this, no. When you cross the invisible bridge, there's a switch on the other side, it's to the right. That will actually reopen that door that closes, so you can get back into the main part of the area, or the main part of the level if you have to. So I didn't show that off, and I didn't know why. Or I don't know why. Anyway, that's it for Well of Souls. Pretty difficult map, but fun. Next, we got Aztec, Map 3. In the next video, I'm Big Mac Davis, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.